Hello and welcome. This is me, Ahmad Khan. I'm a cybersecurity researcher and as well a student. In this lecture, I'm going to show you how we can tactfully control a vendor operating system by using FAQ registry. We will create a FAQ registry for our vendor operating system. This is basically a registry injection technique. And as anyone will collect the registry, as anyone will add or FAQ registry, we will be able to take fully control on their system. So how we can do this, how we can create FAQ registry, how we can take fully control on any vendor operating system. Let's get started. So here I'm using Kali Linux operating system. Also you can use Kali Linux operating system, and we will use a tool which is developed by Kali Linux Choice. I'm not sure about their name. So I'm not the developer of this choice. Yes, the Kali Linux Choice. This is developed by Kali Linux Choice. So the tool name is Evil Reg. So we will use this tool in order to create FAQ registry. So here what I'm going to do is, first of all, I will get the repository of this. You can download it as a zip, but I'm going to clone this registry. Sorry, this repository. So I will open in terminal. And first of all, I will type sudo in order to get root ss into my system, and I will clone this registry and opt directory. This is basically optional directory for optional software. So I will type get clone and I will paste here the URL, then I will hit enter. So let's see, you can see here. So what I'm going to do is right now I will open the directory, which is basically evil reg, cd evil reg. So if I type ls, and you can see here, so it's here. So what I'm going to do is right now I'm going to execute the tool which is basically called in patch scripting. I'm not sure. So I will type /evil reg evil reg dot, sorry, I'm so sorry, dot / evil reg, sorry, I can use bash, yes, and you can see here. So if you wanted to perform this attack out of network, then you have you have to download ngrok, and you can you have to select one, and you can, first of all, you have to create account in ngrok, and in my case I will type like ngrok.com. And also I will open tempmail in order to create account by using tempmail. And you can see here you can click on sign up. And then I will open, sorry, I will copy this. And in my case I have already created. When you will create this account, the how to create account in ngrok, it's too much sample. Then you have to click on your account authentication, and you have to copy the authentication key. So what I'm going to do is, if I will type 1, so the default by vector name will be like this. So I'm going to hit enter, and yes, we are actually is this. So it will download ngrok, but in my case I'm not going to show how we can perform out of network attacking, because in my case I will perform this attack on my own machine. So that's why I will choose local, but just I wanted to show you how you can configure this. In my case I have already done this, so it will start the ngrok, but it will give me an issue. So you can see here ngrok issue. So what I'm going to do is, if I will like, I will type ngrok a token. I will add the authentication token, and I will paste the authentication token. So I will hit enter, and you can see the configuration is set. After that you can execute ngrok. But in my case, as I said before, I'm not going to show how we can perform out of network attack, because I'm using my own virtual machine Windows operating system. You can see here. So I will use this operating system as my target. So choose a virtual port forwarding option. I will choose 2 and IP. So for this I have to find my IP address. I will type ipconfig, and you can see here this is my IP address. So I will put 192.168.61.132, and the port will be 8080. You can choose any type of port, and my payload will be like a server, or like it will be config, and the default direction is okay. So yes, I wanted to start a listener. So you can see here the registry is successfully created. This registry using shell, and RP execute. Yes, shell. Not shell. I forgot the name. So let me open the registry first of all. Tissue cd and \opt. So if I will open eval, and if I will type leaf pad, and if I will open the registry file which I created, config.reg, and you can see here it's using PowerShell, not shell. I forgot the name, so sorry. So it's using a cmd command prompt, and by using cmd it's trying to execute PowerShell command, and you can see here in order to get connection through this IP address and this port, and you can see here then after when the connection will execute successfully, when the connection will establish with this IP address, it will execute. So basically the magic is totally with the PowerShell, but it's just like a registry. So for this, and as you can see here, target must reboot logout after installing the registry. Is our target will install, and is our target will click on our registry file, and is our target will restart their system or reboot. After that it will execute the malicious command by using PowerShell. So after that we'll be able to take fully control in their system. So let me move to the registry. I'll type ls. I will move this registry to my HTML directory in order to execute this on my local system. So what I'm going to do is I will type cp and how to copy this into HTML folder. So I will type in the name of my file, which is basically not temp, it's config var www.html, and I will start service apache 2 in order to download the file on my system, attacking system, service apache 2 start. So it's on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the IP address and the file name config.reg, and you can see here this is the registry code. So if I will copy the registry code here, and if I will create a registry which is basically config.reg, and you can see it's a registry. So I will paste the code into my config.reg file. So I will save by pressing Ctrl S. So it's done. So what happened if I will open this file? Yes, and you can see adding information and blah blah blah, you know. So are you sure you want to continue? Yes, I want this. Okay, that's cool. So what happened if I will restart the system? This is my target, this is my vectoring machine, let us assume that, and this is my attacking machine, and you can see here it's waiting for reverse shell, reverse connection, but so far I didn't got the connection. So what's happened after restarting the system? And as you can see here, it's trying to executing some malicious command, but before that I wanted to disable my defender. The reason is that it's not undetectable, it's detectable. So you can obfuscate it in order to make it undetectable. And I have turned off, and you can see here it's trying to executing some command and it's done. So make sure your when defender is turned off. The reason is that it will detect malicious command. It's not undetectable. For this you have to obfuscate that, and in coming lecture we will see this how we can make undetectable backdoor. So let's get back to our attacking machine, and as you can see here we got the reverse shell. So you can see, so if I will type dir, we are in this directory. And before I talk about this, I wanted to tell you I did one mistake with the port. That's why I created another backdoor, and you can see here. So if I will scroll up, So okay, by default at ranking 444. And if you remember, when I created the vector during the creation of vector, I entered the port which is basically 8080. By default it's listening on 444. That's why the port was totally wrong. And for this you can do one another step. If you know about netcat, you can use netcat for reversal as well, but here I'm using the tool. So I got that. So you have to care about this as well, and you have to care about vendor defender because it's not undetectable, it's detectable. So if you want to make it undetectable, you can use obfuscation and the PowerShell command. Then you can bypass. So if I will type like cd to back the directory, if I will type dir, and you can see here. So I'm in this directory right now. So again, if I will type cd backslash, if I will type dir, and you can see here. So if I will visit cd user, and if I will type dir, and if I will type cd lab, dir cd desktop, and if I will type dir, and you can see I have all these files on my vector desktop. So right now I can remove any file, I can create any file, I can delete any file, and I can download any file. Even I can upgrade my shell and to meet exploit vector or even umpire vector value depending on me. I can do pretty stuff with this. So right now if I will type dl, you know about there is a difference between Linux command and vendor command. So if I will type dl list, sorry, I don't know that much about vendor command. Del user, yes, and let's see the list file, and as you can see here there is nothing list file. Yes, so right now I'm going to delete 4.txt file. So if I'll type dir, if I will type del 4.txt, so let's see, and you can see here the 4.txt is removed successful. So that's you seen in this video how we can create fake registry and how to take reverse shell and how to take fully control on the system. So in an incoming lecture we will talk about how we can make undetectable vector and pretty much stops.